anyway.
Hi everyone. If you're new here, welcome to Days with Lids. If you're not new here, welcome back to a new vlog. Today we will be making beignets. Usually I would have like my recipe printed out in paper, but my printer's not working. Yeah, but that's okay because I have my stuff on my Chromebook, so I'll be getting the recipe here and you guys will be watching me make beignets. Okay, let's go. So don't mind the stain on the shirt or my parents talking in the background. I obviously still do live here, but yeah, welcome to my kitchen. Yes, I'm gonna get the lovely recipe on my computer and then we'll get started. And also, sorry, gossiping in the background. Also, if you guys would like the recipe, I will be linking it below. I got some of these recipes from my gourmet class that I had last school year semester. I'm currently done with school, so life is like going really slow right now, but yeah, if you guys want the recipe, I'll be linking it down below in the description, and more recipes I'll just be linking them to the videos. And yeah, let's start. Let's start.
Obviously, the first thing you should always do before touching food is washing your hands. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Perfect. And then on to the ingredients. We have flour, sugar, active dry yeast will be our leavening agent, vanilla extract, evaporated milk, salt.
This. I recommend this. Get this butter now.
Eggs, but today we're only going to be using one egg. 2 bowls, one containing 1/3 cup of water.
Don't question it.
Yeah, I didn't really like how close the camera was, so I pushed it back some.
Excuse me.
Okay, now that we got everything out of the way, we put in our 1/3 cup of water, some sugar. I don't know why I showed y'all the sugar, but sugar. Once that's inside, then we add our active dry yeast. I tried to put it inside a measuring cup because I thought I'd make less of a mess, but yeah, I still made a mess regardless. But then we added in our 3/4 teaspoons of dry yeast, mix that around, and then set it aside and let it sit for 5 minutes. And a quick little cleanup because I did make a mess. Now that we're done cleaning, we can head over to the other ingredients, which I did in the same bowl because again, I don't want to do that many dishes. We get our 2 tablespoons of butter and pop that thing in the microwave so that it could be melted. I did like about 30 seconds. Then we start with our egg, beat that thing. Yes, I am using a plastic fork because again, I don't want to be doing that many dishes. For this recipe, you don't have to go in a specific order. I just went in the order as what I saw, which was egg, vanilla extract, salt, evaporated milk, and butter. But yeah, you can go in any other order. Just make sure everything's incorporated before you move on to the next step and put it inside the yeast mixture. For this recipe, it asks for 2 to 2.5 cups of flour, but I only had my 1/4 cup with me, so I had to like measure it out the way I had to. And then you use a spoon when you mix and incorporate everything together because obviously a whisk would not be able to withstand the toughness of the dough. So you add as much flour as you need to get the consistency which you want, and when you're done, it should look somewhat like this. And then when you're done with that, you flour a surface nearby as long as it's clean. I don't know why I put aluminum foil. I didn't want to get like my fridge countertop dirty, but like, yeah, you'll see. I was struggling. I was struggling to keep it down. I don't know why I didn't think of like putting other stuff on the aluminum foil so it doesn't move around, but yeah, I didn't think of that. So eventually I took off the aluminum foil and kneaded the dough on the fridge countertop. Usually when you're kneading dough, you would knead it for like 5 minutes or so. I went for 5 minutes and 30 seconds. But to know that your dough is ready, you poke a little hole like this. And if it rises up, then that means you're good to go. Next is the rising process. I just eyeballed this. You put a little bit of oil in whatever container you're putting your dough in. Then you wrap it up. I had aluminum foil, so that's what I wrapped it up with. And then I let it sit in my fridge overnight. And welcome back. We're on day 2. Oh, your dough should look like it's twice the size. When you roll it out, it should be on a floured surface. Thank you. When you roll it out, you want to have a little bit of flour, but not too much on your rolling pin, as you can see. When you roll it out, it should be like the width of like your pinky, I would say, and be rolled out into like a rectangle-ish square. Then when you're done with that, you cut it into strips, then little squares. It could be as big or as small as you want. I wanted them to be Princess and the Frog size, so I made them a bit bigger than what I usually do. But when obviously if you make them bigger, it will need more time in the oil. If you make them smaller, you will need less time when you're frying it. By the time you're doing this, you should be heating up your oil in a pan, stock pot, whatever. If you don't have a thermometer and you want to check if your oil is ready, you would put in a piece of dough or bread like I did. And if it immediately starts sizzling, then that means your oil is ready for frying. Now you can start the process of putting in your beignets in your oil. Yeah, make sure you don't overcrowd your pan or else it'll be harder to flip, and it takes a while to like get the hang of putting the beignet inside the oil. But after a few seconds or so, if your pan is on like medium heat, then yeah, it should take like a few seconds and you should start flipping them. And then once they're a good golden brown color, you pick them up and let the oil drain, and then put them on a surface with paper towel. Here's Anne stealing some for herself. And there are 2 ways to top your beignets. You can do the cinnamon sugar, which is what I did, and where you could just put granulated sugar and cinnamon and put the beignet in there and just move it around. It doesn't have to be hot. You can let them cool down and then put the sugar on top. Or you could do the Princess and the Frog version, where you drizzle on some honey or caramel, really doesn't matter, and then put some powdered sugar on top. I used a sifter to give it more of a like refined look, but if you don't have a sifter, you can like use your hands and just like spread it out just like that. Obviously you can make as little or as many as you want. My family are big bags, so I made a lot of both. I made both, but here I am tasting it. Loved it. I think I liked the honey and powdered sugar one more than the cinnamon sugar. I highly recommend doing beignets. They're actually really good. Anywho, I definitely recommend doing beignets. They're a very fun pastry dish to cook. For the fact of that they do not stay in the shape of a square like they show in The Princess and the Frog, I get it. Y'all try to portray like the cute little aesthetic, but as a beginner, they're definitely not going to look completely like squares. But after a while, if you like practice and everything, they do start looking more presentable. So yeah, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.